Alright guys, welcome back to another video. If you're not already following us on Instagram, I would encourage you to do so, because I've just recently teased this little build, and today we are moving one of the 55s into the middle rack and getting the fish room a little bit more complete, which is an incredibly fun process for me, as I never thought I'd be able to build aquarium stands, but this one's gone together pretty nicely. And the 125's still looking great. Look at that clear water. Whew, fire. But here we are, 55, gonna drain it into the 40 gallon, move the fish into there, then pull out the tank, put it in the middle rack. So let's get it going. So first things first, we're going to drain the water. The pump sadly isn't a crazy powerful pump, so it took a decent amount of time to drain, so we'll speed it up just so we don't bore you too much. Alright, so once we've got the 40 gallon breeder filled with about 20-25 gallons, turn the pump off and move the fish to the 40 gallon while we move the 55. So let's go ahead and catch all these guys. In total, I reckon there's about 10 or 11 blue neons, and then obviously the Walteri Male, so let's catch them. Double net method all the way. There's always one troublesome one, but after catching that was all of them into the 40 gallon breeder, where they'll be held for the next 15-20 minutes until I drain the rest of the 55 and move it. So I just left the tank pretty much bare bottom, added the decorations in a minute, but this is always kind of interesting when you move a group of fish, as they all seem to school up and kind of strengthen numbers. As you can see here, it's pretty interesting, but they'll be fine in here while I move the 55. So didn't set up the camera for that. I wouldn't advise it, but I drained it and moved it myself. Very, very weird 55, just because they are 4 feet long. But once we got it in there, as you can see, the build went pretty well, and I wanted it to be a snug fit, and it's definitely snug. Could have probably done with a little bit more room, but fit in there just fine. Now it's time to move the rest of the fish after adding our Seachem Safe, and I would strongly recommend Seachem Safe for anyone with a fish room or big tanks or ponds, because it is incredibly concentrated and does a great job if you're a hobbyist that's got a lot of tanks. So fill it up with about 15, 20, 30 gallons maybe. Fill the rest of the tank with the water that's in the 40 gallon right now, so there's not a massive pH swing or anything like that. But let's get the first tank of the 55 rack filled up. Alright, so this is the amount of fresh water that we're using in the tank. We got the other bottom 55 filled up a decent amount as well. Now it's time to drain some of the water out of the 40 gallon, put them into buckets, and then transfer that water into the new 55. So we'll have about 20 gallons of fresh water and probably about 15 gallons of old water. Again, there's not much point in doing this because everything's cycled, but I just like to do it just in case there are any discrepancies in the water from the tap to the tank. So we're going to move the Walteri first. As you can see, the green light's on with the heater, so we'll get him moved, and then we'll move all the blue neons, catching the male first, and then we'll catch everyone else. So I managed to catch every single one. Didn't take too long, as I actually caught all the blue neons pretty much in the same net, which was pretty solid. It's not too often that happens. I'm then going to have to run this Aquaclear 70 on the front of the 55 for quite a while, just because I've not got enough sponge filters that are cycled right now. So I'll throw an extra 1 or 2 in this 55 while the Aquaclear 70 is running, and then hopefully those will get cycled and I should be able to remove that Aquaclear 70 in the next few weeks. But for right now, I'm just going to keep it running. It'll create a lot of surface agitation and normal filtration, and then we'll have the sponge filter running in the side of the Walteri as well. So 20 minutes later, Walteri is doing good, blue neons are doing good. We've got the filter going, nice simple setup, sponge and a boatload of biomedia, and that's all we're going to do on the tank for right now. The Aquaclear 70 ain't going to be there for long. We're going to have a linear piston air pump connected to sponge filters for the simplicity of it. That's going to be running the entire fish room. We're also going to have a heater, so the heaters that are in the tanks right now are not going to be in there. Now it's time to move the 33 gallon. I'm going to move that without showing you the video, just because I want to get it done pretty quickly, and I'll show you that in the next video. But to finish this one, let's show you a quick feeding of the 125. I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you've got any questions on how to move fish or anything like that, ask them down in the comments. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you on the next one.